Welcome back, CNG 124 500 Networking 1 students. So you made it this far after the first video in the welcome page. Getting started. Let's see, for this course, make sure to look at the syllabus. Once again, the dates are wrong. Important dates are off. Semester dates off. Um, Let's see, online director, that's correct. Online chair has changed. I will update that information. Um, I don't have a way to communicate. I still don't have frontrange.edu domain access yet. Once again, I transferred from face-to-face to online, and there was some access issues in that transition. Let's see, required for this course. Um, we use the netacad.com site for readings. Um, it has videos, it has games, it has a lot of systems within it that help you learn. And the book is actually on site. So when you go to netacad.com, I'll make you guys accounts here very shortly. Get that sent off to you. But once again, remember, the reading's not going to be real heavy, but make sure you take notes as you read. I would even print off my slides for that week and use them as a template for taking notes. So as you're reading, you can reflect back to that. Another requirement for the course is Kaplan 180-day access online for the CompTIA N10007 Network Plus. It's at frontrange.edu. So you'll go to the Front Range site, click Larimer Bookstore, and it's only available at the Larimer Bookstore. Apologies for that, but it should be available anywhere. But since you guys are online students, when you contact or make the purchase from the Larimer Bookstore, it is emailed out to you. What also recommended is a 4 gigabyte USB drive. That is for you to move from campus to home with your lab assignments. Some of the labs require photos to be shared or photos to be shared with me. So that's just a way to move your photos around if you don't have any cloud abilities. CNG 124 500 Lab Kit. That's at any campus bookstore. We will use that, I believe, in week 3 or 4 and 5. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you have that lab kit. Optional. I do not recommend this, but it is an option. The printed copy of the book. Once again, I do not recommend this. Has no diagrams, no figures. Um, Everything that's online, it refers you to online in the book. It says look at online content for this. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to take this out. Don't buy the physical book. It's confusing, and when it just doesn't give you any sort of diagrams or any figures like that as it references stuff. Let's see. We'll take a look at understanding and configuring TCP/IP, learning how networks actually move around. Here's a breakdown of the syllabus grading schema. If you At the end of the course, I suggest taking the MTA 98366 at the Larimer campus. Um, Basically, it is your networking certification for, and MTA stands for um, oh, Microsoft Technical Associate. Um, and and it's one of the first, well, I shouldn't say one of the first one. It's one of those certifications that you should have um, as you leave the school. Let's go back here. Getting started. Accessing Netacad. Once again, you just click the Netacad document. I'll have to make your accounts. And once again, look in your at student.cccs.edu account. I will plug in your information, and there you'll see how to navigate around. As a a Cisco Academy, we're able to use their stuff to teach you guys, and that gives you a little edge of understanding Cisco. Here is an IPv4 workbook. I do reference this throughout the week. If you're looking to get an A in the course, I would suggest downloading this PDF and making sure that you are practicing as we go along. Because basically, this course is just a lot about learning a concept, practicing a concept, mastering that concept, bringing in another concept that relates to the concept you just mastered, practicing those two concepts together, mastering those two concepts. So this class is very built on one key topic after another. So once again, I recommend downloading this IPv4 workbook. It's not required, but I've seen most students be successful using that workbook. Packet Tracer, we'll use this later on. It is a simulation software for just building networks, playing around with networks. And once again, when you get to that point and start using it, it becomes a lot easier tool and familiar to build. Once again, most successful students mess around with it just a little bit, start to figure it out early, and then when it comes time to use it, they already have that jump start. Let's see. So this is week one. Started yesterday, but like I said, I got the course up and running. I forget about I don't know, last night sometime. Um, the breakdown of the week in the description. This video will go right here. Below that, you'll have weekly check-in videos. These are my old videos. I leave them in just for a couple days, then I erase them. So if you want to look at what the class last year did, I do try my best to keep the videos under 10 minutes so I don't lose you guys. And you can actually click the week breakdown and see the weekly check-in videos, weekly readings, the notes. Once again, the notes are the slides, my slides, that I recommend downloading and then using as a note framework as you read. Was that the assignments? Here's our homeworks. Once again, the homeworks are off by a whole year. I'll go in and start fixing these. Oops. As we move through, just to make sure you guys have the correct information. But basically, you just work your way down. Activity. And if you go up here, you're going to see I have homework videos already made. If you get lost, I suggest always reading first before you try the homework. People do email me like, hey, I don't know how to do this, but I do refer them back to the weekly content in the reading or the homework videos. Once again, here's a copy of the slides. Print those out. Feel free to use them. The notes, just additional supplemental stuff that helps you. Basically, kind of just a supplemental item over the slides, and that's what the notes are made of. So go back to week one. Review, going to be just a workbook assignment. I'm just going to say, hey, do these. Actually, it should just say in the top. Review. Yeah, for this week's review, complete page 1 of your IPv4 workbook and subnetting book. So that refers back to that getting started IPv4 workbook. And once again, the more you practice that and the more you implement that, the better off it's going to be. And when you want me to check over your work, there is a workbooks assignments Dropbox. So you just drop your weekly books in there, and then I just give you some feedback. Great, and I leave usually the date I checked it. But if you're looking to be successful, make sure you acquire that A for this course. Definitely go back there and use that workbook. Followed each week, more or less going to be a quiz, binary conversion. The quizzes are from 10 questions to 15 questions. So go ahead and take those also. And I think that's it for week one video. Welcome to the course. You're going to have a great time. This course really opens your eyes onto how and what networks are made of, how they interact. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Expect probably Friday I'll put in a check-in video and then delete these videos.